This article here is from Deadline. It's from May 2nd, 2022. And Amber, once again, and her team wants to throw out the case. She tried this last month, and I can't believe she's trying it again. They know it's not going to work, and yet they're trying it anyway. Let's see what we got here. Amber Heard expected to file a motion to toss Johnny Depp $50 million case. Required move expected to fail. And Deadline's claiming this is an exclusive. Attorneys for Amber Heard are planning to ask a Virginia judge on Tuesday to dismiss Johnny Depp's $50 million defamation case against their client. However, the defense team is almost certain to come up short, and they know it. Under the statutes of the Old Dominion, lawyers for the defense in civil cases essentially are required, as one legal source told us, to enter a motion to strike once the plaintiff has wrapped up their case and witnesses. Zeroing in on specific claims of Plaintiff Depp and evidence presented to support said claims, Heard's legal team, led by Elaine Brennenhoff and Ben Rottenborn, likely will make the motion Tuesday before Judge Penny to agree with, reject, or take under advisement, we hear. And she's gonna, just say, sorry guys, we're not throwing out this case. You asked me like 2 or 3 or 4 times now to get it thrown out, and it's become a waste of time. Not to mention a big cringe for everyone watching. With the jury taken out of the courtroom, lawyers for both sides will have an allotted, shortish time to make their points to Judge Penny. After that, unless she makes the unlikely decision to axe the case, the judge will tell the attorneys she's either immediately refusing the motion to strike or taking some time to think about it. She then will call the jury back in for the defense to commence its case. Pretty much assured to be unsuccessful in this high-profile matter, the motion's primary point is to assure certain appeal rights to the defense if necessary. Reps for Heard and her lawyers had no commitment on the probable move when contracted by Deadline today. So Amber would really try to appeal and go through all of this all over again? If she loses, what's the point? Well, I guess she'd try to get some money back. I mean, in the end, she's got nothing to do to make money. She'll have no career. So I guess with whatever she's got left, it wouldn't be the worst move to try to appeal and have the case get out there again, start it again. And I mean, it wouldn't matter because all the dirt she didn't want out is out anyway. So, I guess I could see why she'd appeal. And then they talk about the UK case a little bit. This is the same evidence given in the UK case, which he resoundingly lost. A source close to Heard camp told Deadline of their POV on the way the Ben Chu and Camille Vanquez-led U.S. case has played out so far. So I suppose it's now just a variation of that old saying, if at first you don't succeed, lie, lie again, the source added. But of course, Deadline or none of these media sites, especially the big ones, get into why and how Johnny lost the UK case. One of the main reasons was Johnny's evidence was completely ignored. It wasn't really mentioned. It wasn't considered. And the judge just believed Amber on everything. For example, that Johnny hit Whitney and Amber. But Johnny's security professional testified that he was in between them two. I guess Judge Nicol in the UK didn't understand the concept of that. Was he hanging out with Amber's lawyers? Yes, he was. Was he playing Monopoly and drinking hot chocolate with Amber? Maybe. I can't say for sure. There's no evidence. That's my opinion. But it's very likely. Despite all the explicit revelations that have come out from the end of the couple's marriage, the 2019 lawsuit, and this trial so far, this case is legally entirely about what was said in that Washington Post op-ed and what the fallout was, which in no small degree centers on the First Amendment. Well, it's not about the First Amendment. Amber Heard has the right to say whatever she wants under the First Amendment, but that doesn't mean what she says is free of consequences. So I don't see how it's about the First Amendment at all. He's not saying she didn't have the right to say it. He's saying what she said with her rights to say defamed him. Maybe I'm missing something here, but to me, the First Amendment has got nothing to do with this. And I must say, they are correct in pointing out, in the end, this is about defamation and the Washington Post op-ed, because it feels great that stuff's coming out against Amber. She's exposed. We see a ton more support for Johnny. A ton of people who didn't think about the case are now on Johnny's side, and there's a lot of great things happening, but in the end, most of it isn't actually directly concerning the defamation. But there is more evidence on that recently. Anyway, that's the news here. It's just really irritating and cringy that Amber's lawyers keep trying to get this thing thrown out, even though they know it won't be. At first, it was a stall, and I was like, okay, they're stalling. I get why they're doing it at least. And now they're just doing it because I think they have to go through the motion or something. Either way, it's going to be a waste of their time and everyone's time once again. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. I'm doing Depp vs. Heard, celebrity news, stuff like that. Obviously, for May, there's going to be a lot of Depp vs. Heard news, but I'll try to squeeze in something else when I can. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't subscribe, I guess it'll be sad, but I'll get over it. Make a new video, something like that. See you next time.
Now, that wasn't the only time you learned of Mr. Depp causing damage in Penthouse 5, correct?
Couldn't say for sure. Nothing's coming to mind.
And isn't it true that while he was on the mezzanine level and Miss Heard and her sister were there, that he was reaching for Amber's hair while he was trying to hit her with that cast, correct?
That is not correct.
And you say that you can't say for sure where Whitney was standing on the mezzanine level during this altercation, correct?
That is correct.
And it's possible that she was standing in between Mr. Depp and Miss Heard, correct?
No.
Well, you say you can't say for sure where she was standing. So she could have been standing in between Mr. Depp and Miss Heard, right?
No, because I stepped in between Miss Heard and Mr. Depp. So she definitely wasn't standing in between them.
Well, in fact, you saw Mr. Depp push or shove Whitney Heard, correct?
Absolutely not.
And it was only after Mr. Depp pushed Whitney that Amber stepped forward and punched him in the face. Isn't that right?
That is not correct.